actually do whatever.
Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Felisa Davis, and I want to welcome you to the 40th Annual MLK Parade held here today in York, South Carolina. And I also want you to know that this is the longest running MLK Parade in the state of South Carolina. Today, we're doing things a little different because of COVID-19. We are truly making this the People's Parade. So everyone that wanted to participate had the opportunity. We are celebrating the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. today, who changed everyone's lives for the better through nonviolence and peace. Today, you can sit in the comfort of your own home and enjoy this parade and stream it live via Facebook. Check it out on the Western York County Facebook page. And we're going to have our mayor of York, South Carolina, Mike Fuser, to give us a welcome today and talk a little bit about the MLK Parade.
Thank you, Lisa. On behalf of the York City Council, the City of York, we'd like to welcome you to the downtown area today, and all you folks that are viewing online. I hope you enjoy this year's presentation of the Martin Luther King Jr. Parade. Due to COVID, as Lisa said, we had to change things up, or the NAACP of Western York County changed things up to follow the restrictions and the concerns of COVID. But we are delighted as a city to participate and provide this venue, this downtown beautiful area for this Martin Luther King Jr. Parade. I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and thanks for viewing online and thanks for being here.
Thank you, Mr. Fuser. And we also want to welcome and recognize our sheriff, Mr. Kevin Tolson. And Mr. Tolson, we just want to thank you for coming out today. We want to thank you and your officers for making York, South Carolina such a safe place to live. And we love and respect our first responders. Thank you for coming out today.
Thank you very much, Lisa. Thank you, York.
Thank you. And we also have our Councilman, Robert Winkler, today. Can you give us a few words, please?
And I'm thank you. And I'm not the only one here today as well. We got County Council Member Bumparati here with us today as well. And I think he'll be in the parade. But we're just thrilled to have this parade here and for the Western York County NAACP to be sponsoring the continuous running Martin Luther King Parade in the state of South Carolina. And just blessed and happy to be a part of it. And thank y'all for figuring out how we can do it even with COVID.
And yes, we do also have William Bumparati here. He's our councilman. He serves on the 4th district, and we would like you to say a few words for us. Thank you.
Thank you. First, I'd like to say hello to my fellow Winthrop University classmates. Yes, it's an honor and a pleasure to be here, a part of this long-running tradition here in York, South Carolina. I and my family are ecstatic about continuing the legacy of Dr. King right here in the beautiful city of York, South Carolina. Hope you enjoy the parade and festivities. Thank you.
Thank you, Rowdy. And we also have our president for the Western York County NAACP branch today, Reverend Dr. Carlton Brown. Can you say a few words for us, please?
Absolutely. We are excited again to have the longest running continuous Dr. MLK Parade in the state of South Carolina. We're excited today. We thought it was going to be a great big presentation, but COVID changed that. But it has not changed the sentiment that we have to be sure that you have a wonderful viewing experience. I thank you for all that you have done. I thank all the officers, all the members of the NAACP for making this happen. We also want to take this time to present an award to Dr. Ashley Scott for outstanding and dedicated service as a businessman in the Western York County. Obviously, we're asking you to receive this as an expression of our gratitude for all that you have done and will continue to do as a business in this area.
Thank you so very much for recognizing us. It is a pleasure to accept this on behalf of my husband, Ashley Scott, my husband and business partner, Ashley Scott. When we work in the community, we're not looking for recognition or a pat on the back. We are so honored that the NAACP has a history of looking out for the civil rights for African Americans in this country in terms of education and criminal justice and other areas. We take the time to recognize us for work that we have done. And we are so grateful and so appreciative. You keep going. We thank you. We thank you for the work that the NAACP has done and continue to do. God bless you. Thank you. And now we will have the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God.
And today we're going to be doing the pledge allegiance to the flag. Now, we need to put our hand on our heart and let's start. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to
Selection by Clinton College Choir, Lift Every Voice and Sing.
Hello, I'm Junior Drum Major Deasia Mayers.
Hello, my name is Donovan Wright, and I'm the Senior Drum Major. We are the Oakland No-Half Step Marching Band. We are still glad to be able to participate in your MLK celebration.
And when they remember this moment, after 2020 TikToks into the history books, after ballots are archived in file cabinets and hard drives, when it becomes a tall tale handed down from generation to generation, they will ask what we did. We'll question whether we're muted by fear or amplified by the speaker boxes in our chest. If the turntables in our tongues scratched the surface and threaded the needle to our future, or if we chopped and screwed ourselves into believing we couldn't even make a difference. We will tell them that this is the year that changed everything. How we took ownership of our autonomy, how we auto-tuned our activism so the world could hear us more clearly. We will tell them how the ballot was stronger than the bullet, how our voice was more powerful than any assault rifle, how it pierced through an entire nation without harming anyone, but impacting everyone. We will tell them that registering was the most hip-hop act of all, how it defies the narrative, whether in person or absentee. As long as we are not absent by living in silence, we will tell them that voting is our right, our duty, our responsibility, that should always be respected, and it will work for us as long as we put in the work ourselves. We will tell them that the time was glass and clock face reminders that every second and every vote matters. We will tell them that our vote mattered. Please go to respectmyvote.com to check your registration status, register to vote, request an absentee ballot, pledge a vote, and much, much more. Let's go vote, y'all.
Let me thank all of you for being here and a part of this Freedom Fund dinner this evening. You're meeting on Friday evening, October 30th. That means that you're meeting 4 or 5 days before we are going to have our national elections. So I want to congratulate you on the theme you've picked for this dinner, getting into good trouble, honoring my late friend and all of our icon, John Lewis. Also, I want to congratulate you for the theme that you picked. We believe very strongly that this election is one in which we must vote as if our lives depended upon it, because it is true. In many instances, our lives do depend upon the results of this vote. And I want to say to you, the other part of your theme is also very important. We are done with dying. Yes, we are. But I would hope that we are done with the lying as well. And we've experienced that in the last 4 years. And so this election year is going to be very consequential. I've been telling everybody it's going to be the consequential election in our lifetimes, maybe even in the lifetime of this country. I can think no other election more consequential than this one, except maybe the election of in 1860. We know what flowed from that election. The Emancipation Proclamation signed, or 2 Emancipation Proclamations signed in 1862, one freeing the slaves in the District of Columbia and the other, the slaves in the other slave states. But from that came the Reconstruction era. It only lasts 12 years. A lot of people think Reconstruction lasts a long time. It didn't. It was over in 1877, and it came to an end because of the presidency of Rutherford B. Hayes. When he was elected president, he brought an end to Reconstruction. Few people realize that Hayes was elected president by 1 vote. 1 vote brought an end to Reconstruction. 1 vote ushered in Jim Crow. What will flow from your 1 vote this year? You only have two windows between now and November the 3rd within which to cast that one vote. So if you've not voted already, please do so tomorrow morning from 9 to 1. You can vote in York at the York Government Center between 9 and 1 tomorrow morning. You can vote in Fort Mill at the Community Center between 9 and 1. You can vote in Rock Hill at the Operations Center from 9 to 1. But a second window will open on Monday. But in that window, you can only vote in York between 9 and 5. And if you don't vote then, it's left up to voting on November 3rd. I tell people there are many reasons to vote early. One of which, you don't know what's going to happen on election day. There may be an accident. You may get sick. Or, God forbid, you may even transition. But under law, if you cast your vote early, even if you aren't around to hear the result, your vote counts. That's one reason to vote. And there are other reasons as well. A lot of efforts are being made to suppress the vote this year, and it's coming directly from the White House. We have always been able to circumvent such efforts. Let's do it this year. Congratulations. I hope you have a very successful Freedom Fund dinner, and I hope you do everything you can to get your church, your synagogue, your temple, or your mosque, wherever it may be, to get people to the polls. Get your fraternity, your sorority, to get people to the polls. Get your Masonic order or your community group to get people to the polls. Yes, this election is a matter of life or death. Let's live.
Joining the NAACP online is very simple. All you have to do is go to your web browser and type www.naacp.org. Once the page comes up, click the Join Us tab and click Become a Member. It's going to ask you for a zip code to help find the unit, and you type in 29745 for the Western York County branch. A list of units and the addresses will come up. You want to choose 5559/B Western York County branch. Click Select and choose your membership type. You only want to use this form if you are a new member. If you have a previous membership, you want to use the renew or upgrade form. So choose the level that you want. Today, for the purpose of demonstration, we're going to go with the annual adult. We're going to click New for membership origin and click Next. Very simple. Complete the contact information and go to the next page. The next page will take you to the payment screen. From there, you make your payment using your credit card or debit card, and voila, you have your application for membership. In a few days, you'll receive your new card. Thank you so much. We look forward to working with you very soon.
Cameras live.
Good, I'm good. Shoot.
So right now we're about to kick off our 40th annual MLK Parade. Remember, you can also live stream the parade from our page, the Western York County NAACP page. Behind Kevin Toaston, we have our Grand Marshal, Mr. Willie McLeod, and also a member of the Friendship Nine. And next in line, we have our president, the Reverend Dr. Carlton Brown of the Westchester County Branch NAACP.
I'm the vice president.
And now we have representing the Black Hill branch of the NAACP, Dr. Ray. Behind Mike Fanning, we have our Councilman William Bump Rowdy. And we also being represented by the Fire Department of Smyrna, South Carolina. And Robert Winkler, York County Council, District 3. Next, we have our Councilman, City of York, Jim Bradford. And also our York City Council, Denise Lowry.
What's up?
And also in this nice Corvette, Greg Holmes, the mayor of Clover, South Carolina. We also have representation by York Wright Funeral Home.
What's up, Dwayne?
Next, we have in line the class of 1960. And the class of 1962 Jefferson High School Blue Devils. And also the class of 1966. And also Jefferson High School class of 1969. Also represented by Jefferson High School class of 1970. And York Comprehensive High School class of 1981. Go Blue Devils, Green Dragons, and Red Cardinals. And Clear Cannon Mills. And next we have Jerusalem Baptist Church. We would like to also welcome Mount Zion AME Zion Church of Hickory Grove, South Carolina. Thank you for coming out Food Lion. AME Zion Church from York, South Carolina. And next we have such a beautiful red Chevy truck. Thank you for coming out. And next we have a beautiful motorcycle. Thank you for coming out, the People's Parade. And now we're being represented by New Awakenings Resource Center.
You're finished. Can you turn the camera?
Thank you, Roosevelt Community Watch. And thank you, Folkways Community Development Corporation. And we would like to thank everybody for coming out today for our annual 40th annual MLK Parade. Thank you.
We did it! We did it! We did it, Lisa.